You mentioned that you have a 1-month-old, so first off, congratulations on that, but you also said that you're having some issues with breastfeeding, and that can be the largest source of anxiety and trouble for a new mom and a new baby, because if your baby's not eating, then of course you're stressed out and you want to make sure that they're growing and healthy and doing well. And so it sounds like you've had issues with sore nipples, even bleeding, and you mentioned that your baby was biting you. Actually, what happens in the first couple of weeks after you've had a baby when you start nursing is that your body needs to get used to nursing. It's not necessarily that your baby's biting. It's just that they're sucking really hard. They are very effective suckers. And that's to express the breast milk from the breast tissue. And for the first 30 to 60 seconds of a feeding for the first couple of weeks of a baby's life, it is excruciating pain. Like your toes are curling, you want to rip the baby off, but you just leave them there and you breathe through it, and then the pain should go away. If you continue to have this pain throughout the feeding, or you have lots of pain in between, or like you said, you had bleeding nipples, then there's definitely a problem. And usually it comes down to the fact that the baby is not latching properly. My suggestion to you is that you see a lactation specialist. After meeting with one in person, they can watch you nurse your baby and decide what's going right, what adjustments need to be made, and hopefully make breastfeeding successful for you and your baby. You can find a lactation specialist by talking with your pediatrician, and they may have a list of lactation consultants they can refer you to. Now, you also mentioned that your son is now preferring a bottle because you've been struggling with breastfeeding, and this can definitely happen with newborns. When they drink a bottle, they get instant flow. When they're at the breast, they have to work hard for their food, so they have to suck sometimes for like 1 to 2 minutes, and then the milk will let down, and it's a more continual flow for them. You'll notice that if you're breastfeeding and they're sucking, swallowing, then your milk has let down. But prior to that point, you just may see them suck. When they drink a bottle, it just comes right away. They don't have to work for it, and sometimes they then prefer the bottle over it because it's just easier at mealtime for them. Another issue you might be facing in trying to get your baby to breastfeed again is supply, because if you've decreased the amount of times you're nursing your baby without pumping to replace that feeding, your body is learning that it doesn't need to make as much milk. It's all about supply and demand. So every time the milk ducts are emptied, then the body is stimulated to make more milk. But if those ducts aren't emptied, then your body gets the message it doesn't need to make more, and your supply declines. So if you talk to a lactation specialist, they can also discuss this issue with you, and you can build up your milk supply by stimulating your body more frequently. You can either nurse your baby more frequently or pump more frequently. You can do what are called power pumpings, where you pump after nursing your baby, and all of this stimulates your body to make more milk. If in the end, in spite of your best efforts, you're not able to make enough for your baby's needs, you can still continue to give your baby what you are making, either in a bottle, by expressing it and then feeding it to him in a bottle, or by nursing and supplementing with formula feedings. The most important thing at the end of the day is that your baby's happy, healthy, and gaining the appropriate amount of weight. And if you're worried about any of these issues, talk with your pediatrician. They can look at your baby's growth trends, make sure they're gaining the appropriate amount and that they're staying well hydrated. Something that you can watch from home is the number of wet diapers you're seeing each day. If you're seeing at least 6 wet diapers each day and regular bowel movements, then chances are great that he's getting enough to drink and he's staying well hydrated. I hope the very best for you, and if you have any other questions in the future for me, please feel free to ask them on our Facebook page at facebook.com/InnerMountainMoms, and recommend us to your friends and family too.